Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Let me introduce myself. I am Balachandran Manimaran, founder of King's International Institute of Leadership Academy. I am going to explain about wealth and success secrets of billionaires. We are going to brainstorm the billionaire success secrets, techniques, tactics, and strategies, lifestyles, habits, behaviors, characteristics, success formulas, and business models until we become a billionaire. I have brought the world the greatest thinkers magical questions that will help you to discover the secret of money making formula, that will help you to become a successful billionaire and give you the ultimate lifestyle. Let's start to shoot the questions to brainstorm the answers. There are billions of people in the world and only a tiny fraction of billionaires. These are the people who have created phenomenally successful businesses and change the world in significant ways. As the world economy continues to grow, it seems the wealthy continues to become wealthier. But how exactly did the world's wealthiest people make their fortune in the first place? What's the secret of the bust billion? What makes them tick? How did they achieve such a great prosperity? What is interesting about these daily rituals of billionaires? How do the very wealthy spend their time, and how does time use relate to well-being? So what is the source of the self-made billionaire effect? What allows them to create such a massive value? How do they rise above the apparent trade-off between judgment and imagination? What other skills, habits, and life experiences or talents distinguish them from the pack? And most important, what can this insight teach us about the talent as we execute need to find and cultivate in order to thrive in challenging times? What is their secret to achieving such impressive accomplishments? What are their belief systems? What gives them energy to pursue ambitious goals? How did they get to where they are today? And how can we embark on the same journey? What is the billionaire's actual strategy? How will they find out where in the industry is heading? How they future find out of business? Where is growth? What a promising innovation area. Who will disturb the value and chain and why? How they focus on one right thing. How they have crystal clear business ideas and clear vision map in hand. How would they find the clear purpose of the business? How they define perfect goal for organization. What the role they play. How would they balance people, planet, and profit? How they fit within the organization? How they choose the right path? How do they organize for success? How they execute and create impact? How they mitigate risks and failure? Do you know answer of these questions? I have set of questions. More. Why is one person sad and another person happy? Why is one person joyous and prosperous and another person poor and miserable? Why is one person fearful and anxious and another full of faith and confidence? Why does one person have a beautiful luxurious home while another person live out a mecca existence in slum? Why is one person a great success and another an object failure? Why is one speaker outstanding and emotionally popular and another mediocre and unpopular? Why is one person a genius in a work or profession while another man toils and moils all his life without doing or accomplishing anything worthwhile? Why is one person healed of a so-called incurable disease and another isn't? Why is it so many good, kind, religious people suffer the torture of the damned in their mind and bodies? Why is it many moral and religious people succeed and prosper and enjoy radiant health? Why is one person happily married and another very unhappy and frustrated? Is there an answer to these questions in the working of your conscious and subconscious minds? How much do you know about yourself? Do you know why some people and experiences make you feel frustrated and unhappy, while others leave you feeling elated and energized? Do you feel that life is exciting and challenging? Or do you think it's mostly a drag, full of unnecessary rules, restrictions, and problems? Do you get on well with your parents, your mates, your boyfriends, your girlfriends, or your relationship constantly provide you with headaches and heartaches? How sensitive are you? Can you tell why your partner need tender love care? Or do they have to make a big scene before you catch on? What are the greatest lows in your life? What are the greatest joys? And why do you see them this way? Do you think you have changed over the years? Your general attitudes, your responses to other people, and your self-image? These are the questions that constantly came across my mind. It will increase your higher order thinking and help you to understand the billionaires and great achievers of the world. Infer from them, connect you with them to other facts and concepts, categorize them, manipulate them, and put them together in a new or novel ways, and apply them as we see new solutions to our financial problems. What does success really mean to you? We want all success. We want to be successful and feel successful. We chase money, fame, power, education, relationship, and 1,000 other things without ever stopping to ask one essential question: what actually is success? What makes you happy? Where have I already been successful in my life? What lessons have I learned from those experiences? What was not successful and what did I learn? Who do I admire and why? What truly matters to me? What do I want to be remembered for? Where are you currently successful? Where do you need to grow? The path to success begins by asking yourself, what makes me happy? Success is both a goal and a journey. When we reach certain milestones, that is an element of success. But we don't stop there. We push higher and harder, striving for more and to get better. The answer to these questions must be ultra specific. It's not enough to say what really matters to me is happiness. If you cannot see clearly, you won't really know what that means or what you're doing and where you're going. The same is true of your vision of success. Success is better measured by what engages and energizes us every day. Success is unique for all of us because we all have a different mix of talents. If you don't define success, someone else will define it for you. What mountain are you climbing? Is it the right one? Or are you going to reach that summit and see your mountain off in the distance? Start on the right path today. Do you think that success in life means money? For most people in our modern capitalism world, money is the first thing and sometimes the only thing that measures success in their life. Money can buy power, money can buy fame, money can buy time, sometimes money can even buy a life. So money has become the first common goal for everybody. However, there is something else that can be measured of success in life. One important thing that defines success in our life is our careers. With the different careers, we will have different goals and measurements of our success. If you are an athlete, your success can be measured by a lot of things such as winning tournaments, breaking records, playing in the top league, or competing in the Olympics. If you are a scientist, the success in your life will mostly depend on your researches. One line of formula that can prove your theory is true can be the great success in your life. If you are a writer, you will probably succeed if your book gets on the best-selling shelf in the bookstore or if your works get published in a magazine. If you are a musician playing in the country's orchestra or a number of your CDs that have been sold can be counted as the measurement of your success. So we can see that another measurement of success in your life besides money is how much you have succeeded in your career. The other measurement of success in your lives is awards. For the scientists, one of the greatest accomplishments in their life is to win a Nobel Prize. Measurement of success in your life can be many things. It just depends on time, what goals you have, and who is the one doing the judging. Money is just the first common, but it is not only the one. So many of us dream of what we would spend £1 billion on: private jets, holiday homes in every country, supercars, living in a fantasy world of campaign. Diamonds and banknotes are thrown around like it's monopoly money. Sure, there is the glamour of unsigned shoes and powder shoes. Most billionaires spend their day playing dress up and not going out to parties. Billionaires live with their means. They spend less than they make. They invest in their mental and physical health. They do all the things we all know we should do but don't. And that's the difference between us, millionaires and billionaires. We are the dreamers. Millionaires are the spenders, and billionaires are the ones that chase the dreams and ideas into reality and figure out how to make money from it. Everything begins in the heart and mind. Every great achievement begins in the mind of one person. So next, we are going to learn about mindset of the billionaires and the world top successful peoples. The power of your mindset and belief system. What motivates people to perform better? What is it that truly separates the wealthy from the poor? What about super wealthy? And by super wealthy, I mean people who have accumulated a level of wealth that seems almost behind most ordinary people. It's a very old psychological side of hand that the way you think, the thoughts you experience on a daily basis are crucial to accumulating wealth. Without the specific mindsets and beliefs that are designed for creating wealth, you will never create any wealth. This is the foundation that separates all wealth people from the rest. The foundation that begins in mind is always the first step. Your mind and belief system affect everything in your life, from what you think and feel to how you act and react to the world around you. The secret of wealth creation is hidden inside the thinking pattern. What is effective thinking? the root of success in everything from academics to business to leadership to personal relationship and everything else is thinking. Whether it's thinking disguised as intuition or as good values or as decision making or problem solving or creativity, it's all thinking. So it's not a surprise that thinking more effectively is the key to success for students, professionals, business leaders, artists, writers, politicians, and all of us living our life every day. Doing anything better requires effective thinking. That is, coming up with more imaginative ideas, facing complicated problems, finding new ways to solve them, becoming aware of hidden possibilities, and then taking action life, in sports, in everything. The other surprise is that those methods of effective thinking can be described, taught, and learned. They are not inborn gifts of a special few. They are not so esoteric that only geniuses can master them. If you are in trouble, check your belief system. In a daily life, we see many people who, despite the best efforts, is not able to achieve what they want in life. They feel frustrated, helpless, and are in despair. To alleviate their disappointment, they usually question their fate, karma, luck, vastu, stars, and debate with God. Doing this can give you temporary relief, but wouldn't help you resolve your conflicts. However, the foremost reason for our failures or success is our beliefs and thoughts. It is the invisible power of beliefs which drive our lives. The quality of life depends on the belief we carry. They are microchips buried at some level of the mind, constantly sending out the messages encoded into them. If you are believe money is the most important thing in life, then your all actions and decisions will be guided by that belief only. If you think relations is the most important thing in life, then you will try to save relations at any cost in all your decisions. How is your belief system created? Your past experiences and early childhood situations can influence the way you think about yourself and others and how you make the sense of the world in your present life. These experiences tend to form your core belief system, which is generally global and absolute in nature. From the very day we are born, our parents, culture, and environments heavily influence our thinking and beliefs. It is the belief system that creates perception, emotions, values, habits, and our reactions to stimuli. The first 7 years of one's life are the most crucial. It is in these years the child's basic foundation of perception is laid. After 7 years age, subconscious mind is reprogrammed by life experiences. We gain them through things that other people say to us, things we hear on the news, things we read, or any other external influences that we are exposed to. Beliefs do not exist in isolation. These beliefs interact with one another, affecting one another, and together form a system. Belief systems get evolved as part of this development in order to ensure that survival of human beings. Belief systems have the power to dictate the direction of our lives, for good or bad. These beliefs are developed as a child and stick with you like glue into adulthood. How do these beliefs drive us? Our mind is made up of two parts, the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. It has been found that our subconscious mind is 95% responsible as to how we respond to the external environment from which our five senses receive the stimuli. Our conscious mind, which is the seat of logical control, has only 5% role in processing the stimuli and deciding how to respond or react. This subconscious mind is created by our beliefs gained throughout our life. These beliefs carry emotion, and emotion turns to action. Much of the violent or crazy behavior in the world is associated with a deeply held belief. Tribalism, religious fundamentalism. The problem becomes threatening when people get trapped in the belief and don't review them from time to time. In social and political front, also we are guided by beliefs. Martin Luther King Jr. belief in non-violence influenced the course of the civil rights movement, which led to the birth of the Civil Rights Act of 1968. School systems are in place because of the belief that education can expand the human mind. Let's take up an example that you just went through a break. Probably there might be a shift in the belief system. You might hold different beliefs about yourself and the world post this painful experience. For example, I am not very lovable. Love is temporary and fleeting. Love can easily turn into hate. Falling in love is a delusion, a kind of romantic insanity. There are times when your current emotions have an impact on your belief system. However, if they fixate, there is a high chance that you might not be able to have a rewarding relationship. Throughout your life, you will bleed on people who didn't hurt you. It's important to maintain an awareness that we do not permanently damage our perceptions. For the worst, always try to chase a balanced perception. Contrary to this, if you carry a positive beliefs, I deserve unconditional love and I want to give it, love is eternal. Consciousness itself contains the power of love. Human love can connect with the divine love and rise to its level. Then you will be happier and more fulfilled than someone who holds the first set. Can we reprogram the beliefs? As mentioned before, your core beliefs do not remain in isolation. Rather, they tend to interact and reinforce each other. A change in one belief will affect the system as a whole. If it is a core belief, a change can potentially lead to the disruption of the system. If a set of belief changes, other parts of the system will have to rearrange in order to rebuild the coherence of the system. It is scientifically proven that when we change our perception, our beliefs, we send totally different messages to our cells and reprogram their expression. You can reprogram your pessimistic cells to be more optimistic by adopting positive thinking practices like mindfulness and gratitude for permanent results. So if you want to change your circumstances, improve the situation, you must alter your current perception of reality by changing your belief system. Our belief system has to be changed in order to change the course of our life. Ways to reprogram the subconscious mind. There are several ways to reprogram the subconscious mind. These strategies are affirmations, visualization, meditation, and positive self talk and gratitude. Visualization is a technique that involves focusing on positive mental images in order to achieve a particular goal. It is the ability to vividly imagine something, to see it in the mind's eye before it exists in any physical reality. Affirmations. Affirmations are an effective way to plant positive messages into your subconscious mind. It is one of the most effective ways to change their limited or negative belief. Repetition of an affirmation changes the neutral pathway in your brain over time to produce a new belief. Meditation. Meditation plays a vital role in reprogramming the subconscious mind because it helps to still the mind. In this state, your brain becomes more receptive. It becomes fertile ground for whatever you want to implant into the mind. Positive self-talk. Perhaps the most powerful influence on your attitude and emotions is what you say to yourself and believe. By effectively managing your self-talk, you can begin to live your life on a higher level and create the life you truly want and deserve. Gratitude. The best thing you can do to change your own belief system and feel new information into yourself is to just sit in a lawn chair in the front yard and be grateful for all that you have. The sense and the feel of gratitude is a powerful force in attracting what you desire and in eliminating what is contrary to your desire, but in this as often as you can. Ask yourself questions like this and keep reviewing your beliefs. Which were my core beliefs that I am now starting to question? Why I have started questioning them? Which beliefs, ideas, and habits have I been exposed to recently that I really want to ingrain deeply into my psyche? Which belief do I hold that are stopping me from making progress in that direction that I am looking for? Which environment I can expose myself to during this period of time that will help me to grow in the direction of who I want to become? Who was I until now? Who am I right now? Whom do I want to become? In short, if you are not happy and satisfied in life and you feel lost, confused, then you are advised to check your belief system. You should examine if your belief system is creating problems. You must re-examine where you are looking at things. You should be very honest with yourself while analyzing. If you feel that something isn't quite right, and if it states that you are long period of time, then certainly seek out professional help. Okay, so what is mindset? Mindsets are those collection of beliefs and thoughts that make up the mental attitude, inclination, habit, and disposition or predetermines a person's interpretation and responses to events, circumstances, and situations. People believe that the most basic abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work. Brains and talents are just the starting point. This view creates a love of learning and a resilience that is essential for great accomplishment. Virtually all great people have had these qualities. Can you change your mindset? The difference between the fixed mindset and growth mindset. A person with a fixed mindset is constrained by the beliefs and thoughts They believe people are born with special talents and every person has different abilities and intelligence that cannot get better with the time, persistence, and effort. They think of failure as a validation of their lack of the intelligence and their limited ability that prevents them from achieving the goals. They give up easily with the fear of failure and belief that they cannot improve. A person with a growth mindset finds freedom in their thoughts and beliefs. They understand that certain people have special talents and that intelligence varies from person to person. But it's also something that can be developed and increased with effort and hard work. They take joy in the learning process that comes from seeking new information, forming new strategies, and taking inspiration from others. They embrace difficulties and challenges as means to develop new skills and grow. Some of the key differences between fixed mindset versus growth mindsets are: fixed mindset is limiting. Talents and abilities and intelligence is fixed. It's who we are. Run from the error. Do not engage with it with that desire to look smart. Avoid challenges. Give up easily. Feel threatened by the success of others. Ignore negative feedback even though it may be highly relevant and useful. Avoid new experiences with fear of failure. Look for people who can reinforce their self-esteem. Focus on the outcome since they consider results as their identity. Can lead to cheating and deception. Mindset is freedom. Talents, abilities, and intelligence can be developed through effort and practice. Engage deeply and process the error with the desire to correct the error. Embrace challenges. Persevere in the face of failure and setbacks. Find inspiration in others' success. Accept criticism as a way to learn. Embrace novelty with a desire to master new skills. Look for people who challenge them to grow. Focus on the process and learning without worrying about the outcome. Leads to collaboration and innovation. Strategies to develop growth mindset. Acknowledge and embrace your weaknesses. View challenges as opportunities. Know your learning style and use the right learning strategies. Remember that the brain has the ability to change throughout life. Prioritize learning over seeking approval. Focus on the process instead on the end result. Cultivate a sense of purpose. Choose learning well over learning fast. Reward effort and action, not trials. Learn to give and receive constructive criticism. Need for improvement does not mean failure. Reflect on your learning every day. Learn from the mistakes of others. Think of learning as brain training. Cultivate grit. Never stop learning. Set a new goal for every one you accomplish. Remember that it takes time to learn. What is the law of attraction? The law of attraction affirms that you can define your present realities and attract success into your life, work, finance, and relationship and health by choosing your thoughts. The law of attraction is a philosophy suggesting that positive thoughts bring positive results into a person's life, while negative thoughts bring negative outcomes. It's based on the belief that thoughts are a form of energy and that positive energy attracts success in all areas of life, including health, finances, and relationship. How to practice? According to the law of attraction, you create your own reality What you focus on is what you draw into your life. It suggests that what you believe will happen into your life is what does happen. Something that you can do to incorporate the law of attraction into your own life include: be grateful, visualize your goals, look forward positives in your situation, learn how to identify negative thinking, use positive affirmations, reframe negative events in a more positive way. While the law of attraction may not be an immediate solution for all of life challenges, it can help you to learn to cultivate a more optimistic outlook on life. It may also help you stay motivated to continue working towards your goals. The memory bank. What about memory bank? Your subconscious mind is like a huge memory bank. Its capacity is virtually unlimited. It permanently stores everything that ever happens to you. The conscious mind is where all of our thoughts, feelings, hopes, and memories are stored. This is the part we use to think and talk. Going back to the iceberg analogy, you can say that these are all of the things that require little effort to see. The preconscious mind is anything that isn't to the forefront of our minds, but that we can bring it to the surface with a little effort. Last is the subconscious mind, which stores feelings, urges, and memories that are behind our conscious mind. These are usually things we suppress, like pain, anxieties, or conflicts. These events are what steer our overall behavior, motives, and decisions. What is subconscious mind? The subconscious mind is the powerful secondary system that runs everything in your life. Learning how to stimulate the communication between the conscious and the subconscious mind is a powerful tool on the way to success, happiness, and riches. The subconscious mind represents 90% of the total capacity of the human brain. It's focused on the right hand side of the brain and is associated with the autonomic nervous system, heart rate, homeostasis, temperature control, memories, habit or behavior, some purpose that the unconscious mind stores all possible experiences. The subconscious mind is still awake when we are asleep. NLP proposes that the unconscious mind operates always in accordance with a simple set of prime directives, the most important of which is to ensure our existence. Your subconscious mind is a bit like the RAM in your computer. For those who don't know, RAM is the term used for the short-term memory in a computer, and its job is to hold the programs and data that are currently in use so they can be reached quickly and easily by the computer processor. It is a lot faster than the other type of memory, such as the hard disk or CD-ROM. Your subconscious works in a similar way to computer RAM. It holds short-term memory and current daily use to program. The role of the subconscious mind, apart from short-term memory, the subconscious mind also plays an important role in our day-to-day functioning. It works hard to ensuring you have everything you need quickly recall and access when you need it. Even when we are consciously using these parts of mind, they are constantly developing. Our subconscious mind is still processing and gathering information even as you are reading this. In fact, it's processing 5 lakhs times more information than our conscious mind. The comfort zone. What about comfort zone? All your habits of thinking and acting are stored in your subconscious mind. It has memorized all your comfort zone and it works to keep you in them. Your subconscious mind causes you to feel emotionally and physically uncomfortable whenever you attempt to do anything new or different. It goes against changing any of your established patterns of behavior. You can feel your subconscious pulling you backward to your comfort zone each time you try something new. Even thinking about doing something different from what you are accustomed to will make you feel tense and uneasy. One of the biggest habits of successful men and women is always stretching themselves or pushing themselves out of their comfort zone. They are very aware how quickly the comfort zone in any area becomes a rule. They know that the complacency is the great enemy of creativity and future possibilities. Tap into your subconscious mind. Remember, for you to grow and get out of your comfort zone, you have to be willing to feel awkward and uncomfortable doing new things. If it's worth doing poorly until you get a feel for it. Keep trying until you develop a new comfort zone at a new, higher level of competence. Alright, so we now know that our subconscious mind is living with us every day, every moment. How do we change the dialogue and program our subconscious toward happiness and success? How do we take care of our subconscious mind? How power of subconscious mind works. Every time your conscious mind goes to work, your subconscious mind is secretly helping. It is a part of our mind that continues to remain more or less a mystery to us as we struggle to know what it's doing on a daily basis. In this case, it's pretty simple. As you are reading this, your subconscious mind is taking bits and pieces of the information and are processing and storing it away. Where that information goes doesn't matter, but the brain will use it whenever you try to recall information. However, while gathering, processing, and recalling information with our subconscious is easy, learning how to use your subconscious mind for other tasks isn't as simple. If we want to use our subconscious mind to become more successful, we need to know more about it. The subconscious mind is the principle. It works according to the law of belief. Everything that has happened to you is because of the thoughts impressed on your subconscious mind through belief. You are the gardener of your subconscious mind. You are planting seeds of thoughts in your subconscious mind every day. Your subconscious mind will give result from your thoughts which you have planted. Whether you have planted positive or negative thoughts in your subconscious mind, you will get a response based on your thought. When the thoughts deposited in your subconscious mind, the power of subconscious mind will respond. Whatever you have been in your life is by your own thoughts. All your experiences, actions, circumstances of your life are the reflections or reactions of your own thoughts. Yes, your own thoughts are the reflection of your life. If you are poor, rich, strong, healthy, sick, whatever you may be, it is by the thoughts you deposited in your subconscious mind. By changing your habitual thinking will change your life. I have seen miracles happen to men and women in all walks of life, all over the world. Miracles will happen to you too when you begin using the magic power of your subconscious mind. The law of belief is the law of belief A belief is a thought in your mind. Do not believe in things that will harm you or hurt you. Believe in the power your subconscious to heal, inspire, strengthen, and prosper you. According to your belief is done until you. How do you approach failure in life? Yes, failure can be painful, but does it define you and prevent you from learning from your mistakes, or does it serve as a powerful mechanism to impress new challenges? Our mind plays a very powerful role in what we believe and what we think about ourselves, and our abilities decides how we act and lead our life. When you look at successful people or those who have achieved mastery in life, what do you tell yourself? They are more gifted than others. They have talent. Their innate abilities made them successful. Or do you believe success comes from hard work, developing new strategies, drawing inspiration from others, getting good mentoring, investing in learning and through constant improvement? What you believe is what you achieve. Conscious or unconscious, how you choose to interpret your experiences can set the boundaries on what you can accomplish. There is a power in believing that you can improve and accomplish what you set out to achieve by looking at failures and setbacks as a medium for growth. It's being resilient in the face of challenging circumstances with unintended consequences. So, how do we shift ourselves from being limited by our abilities and intelligence to finding freedom in building them? How do we commit to a path of learning and growth? Before we can enable this switch, it's important to understand the concept of two types mindsets. Reprogram your subconscious mind. Some mind therapists believe you can reprogram your subconscious mind within 6 weeks. However, if you have degenerating habits, it may take you 12 months to completely reprogram your mind by following the steps above. Why does it take that long to reprogram the subconscious mind? It takes considerable time for your subconscious to absorb information, the same way it requires enough time to override the data once it's absorbed. Everything starts with a thought. It could be a negative or positive thought. This thought coordinates your body to a vibration level. If your body is creating a negative vibe, you will attract negative things. If positive, you will attract things that are relevant to your success. To reprogram your mind for a clear direction that leads you to success, here is the keys. Goal setting. Your subconscious mind is an organized domain that demands clarity of purpose to determine what matters to you. You cannot achieve success without a goal. A goal provides your subconscious mind with a map that defines your present realities and the destinations, bad habits to the good habits. Consistency. When you repeat new behaviors, you make some incremental leaps each day in reprogram your mind. For instance, if you discard a bad habit thought and replace it with a positive one, you will improve your subconscious mind, which in turn produce good subconscious habits. You must censor the thoughts that come to your mind by eliminating fear, doubts, and anxiety. Your subconscious mind is a field, your thought is a seed, and the fruits you produce are habits, good or bad. Visualize your success. The first and most important factor you will need to consider when it comes to tapping into your subconscious mind So you can succeed in anything you like is to visualize what you want or what your goal is. Practice getting in touch with your mind. Meditation has long been renowned for being a great way to get in touch with your subconscious mind, to see how it's really working. Even just practicing for 10 minutes a day can have huge benefits on the way your mind works and the health of your well-being. Start developing your writing skills. With the first thought, writing from subconscious mind may seem like an abstract concept. Whether you plan on starting a daily journal or even writing a story, you would be surprised that the subconscious mind plays a huge part in what we write, and therefore it's a great way to get in touch with it. Our subconscious mind absorbs so much information and ideas, much of which doesn't even pass through our conscious mind, making it a great resource when it comes to getting ideas down on person or a scene. Also, writing allows you to reach your subconscious emotions and thoughts. This is a powerful technique. Your subconscious mind is capable of directing your experience in life. It influences your everyday decisions and habits, including the clothes you wear, the food you eat, and your reactions under pressure without even noticing it. As powerful as the subconscious mind, you can still change your habits if you learn to be more aware of your actions. Visualize what you want for yourself and control your environment wisely. Change your habits. Changing habits, changing your life. Changing habits is the fundamental to changing your life. Everything you repeatedly do, say, and think as a direct result of your habits. We are all creatures of habit. Habits are those actions and reactions which are an autopilot, which you do without consciously having to think about them. The success you enjoy in your life, or the lack thereof, is directly related to the nature of your habits, and they are the product of your beliefs. To enjoy permanent positive change in your life, you must change your negative beliefs and their associated habits. Your life is a habit. When you examine your daily routine, you will find that most of the what you say and think on a daily basis is habitual. From the moment you wake up in the morning, your physical and mental routine is already in place, and you faithfully follow it with little or no conscious consideration. This applies to all areas of your life. The general state of your relationship reflect your social habits. That of your health and body reflect your eating and exercise habits. That of your bank account reflect your businesses and money habits, and so it goes on. Habits either serve you or they don't. They either take you toward your intended outcome or away from it. Knowing your beliefs is key to changing habits. Habits inhabit the mind consciousness. Everything that you habitually do, say, or think today started off as a single action or thought which was repeated often enough until it was passed down to your subconscious mind, where it became a habit. All habits reside at the level of your subconscious mind, where you no longer have to consciously thinking about them. Therefore, changing habits permanent must involve programming and reprogramming your unwanted negative beliefs that subconscious level. Using the creative visualization to changing habits. The most effective and practical way to consciously assess and program your subconscious mind for success is through creative visualization. It is the fundamental technique to underlying reality creation. To put it simply, you can change any negative belief by repeatedly visualizing yourself feeling and experiencing the new positive belief, and imagining yourself effortlessly repeating the actions that you want to become your habits and are aligned with that belief. You will soon find that your actions and thoughts in your day-to-day walking life begin to reflect your new beliefs until such time they too become habitual in nature. Beware that visualizing an intended outcome without first dealing with the negative beliefs that contradict that outcome is likely to derail your efforts and cause you to attract more of what you do, not one through the laws of attraction and polarity. Habits are intended to serve you. No words capture the relationship between your beliefs, your habits, and your destiny as precisely as these of Mahatma Gandhi. Your beliefs become your thoughts become your words become your actions become your habits become your values become your destiny. In a nutshell, we are all creatures of habits. So, hanging habits is fundamental to creating the success we intended for ourselves. The state of your life is largely a reflection of those actions, words, and thoughts which you repeat without any conscious involvement on your part. In other words, your life is a reflection of your habits, and your habits are product of your beliefs. Most people try to change their negative habits with no consideration for the underlying negative belief, so meet with little permanent success. By reprogramming your beliefs at the subconscious level, you give yourself the freedom to create new habits that effortlessly add to your success and to eliminate those that don't. Change can be difficult and time consuming, but did you know the subconscious mind is responsible for your habits? Breaking bad habits that are deep within your subconscious mind will be the most challenging component of self improvement and development. The subconscious mind is a part of the mind which controls the vast majority of our life. Neuroscientists believe that subconscious mind is accountable for 90% of all our functions. Habits account for 95% of our behavior, emotions, beliefs, and automation actions which are repeated daily. Therefore, to remove bad habits, the subconscious needed to be reprogrammed with the new positive habit patterns before the old habit returned. Deliberate practice. What really separates world class high performers from everybody else? What makes Jack Tiger Woods, Stephen, and Gary Hannan, Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, Ambani? What makes stand out from the rest? Natural talent, hard work, years of experience, none of them above. Deliberate practice is the key. This is based on research by Anders Ericsson, who came up with the 10,000 hours to mastery rule. But it turns out that the 10,000 hours rule isn't a rule at all. and simply doing something for hours and hours and no guarantee that you will improve. Erickson said that doctors who have practiced for 20 years are no better than doctors who have been practicing for 5 years if they feel they have reached a level of acceptable performance. That is why deliberate practice is necessary to push yourself out of your comfort zone and force yourself to come up with what he calls mental representations. So, what is deliberate practice? The following definition might help us further comprehend the concept. Deliberate, done consciously and intentionally. Practice, repeated exercise in our performance of an activity or skill so as to acquire or maintain proficiency in it. The making of an expert. What is deliberate practice? To learn new skill or gain experience, expertise, you need to practice. There isn't much debate about that, but here is what you might not know. Scientific research shows that the quality of your practice is just as important as the quantity, and more interestingly, these scientists also believe that expert level performance is primarily the result of expert level practice, not due to innate talent. This concept is known as deliberate practice, and it's incredibly powerful. Deliberate practice is a notation that a specific type of practice leads to superior performance outcomes in any area where expertise is possible. Deliberate practice refers to a special type of practice that is purposeful and systematic. While regular practice might include mindless repetitions, deliberate practice requires focused attention and is conducted with the specific goal of improving performance. Deliberate practice is a highly structured activity engaged in with the specific goal of improving performance. Deliberate practice is a method for improving your performance at anything based on constant feedback and working at the edge of your abilities. Elite people in every field use it to build up their expertise. Each and every day we eat, we sleep, we read, we brush our teeth. So why haven't we all become a world-class master of eating, sleeping, reading and teeth brushing? Most of us, if we are honest with ourselves, backslid on these particular skills decades ago, despite never having missed our daily practice sessions. This should tell us something important about the difference between practicing an action and simply doing it a lot. A distinction at the heart of the concept of deliberate practice. Deliberate practice is a mindful and highly structured form of learning by doing. A process of continued experimentation to first achieve mastery and even actually fully atomic of a specific skill. Great performers deconstruct element of what they do in chunks they can practice. They get better at that aspect and move on to the next, often under the guidance of a teacher who can more clearly see their strengths and weaknesses in action. Deliberate practice isn't some magical technique that will instantly make you better. In fact, it's just a nice way of saying working very hard in a deliberate, purposeful manner. But this is easier said than done. Deliberate practice relies on small, achievable, well-defined steps that help you your way towards meaningful improvement. These steps should take into account your current knowledge and skill level and push those boundaries little by little, consistently expanding your abilities. The greatest challenge of deliberate practice is to remain focused. In the beginning, showing up and putting in your reps is the most important thing, but after a while we begin to carelessly overlook small errors, and miss daily opportunities for improvement. This is because the natural tendency of the human brain is to transform repeated behaviors into automatic habits. If you want to master a skill, truly master it, you have to be selective within your time. You have to ruthlessly trim away good habits to make room for great ones. You have to focus on a few essential tasks and ignore the distractions. You have to commit to working through the 10 years of silence. It can be easy to assume that the gap between where you are now and where you want to be in the future is caused by a lack of knowledge. Deliberate practice is when you work on a skill that requires 1 to 3 practice sessions to master. If it makes longer than that, then you are working on something that is too complex. Once you master this tiny behavior, you can move on to practicing the next small task that will take 1 to 3 sessions to master. Repeat this process for 10,000 hours. This is a deliberate practice. This is the first practical definition of deliberate practice that I have come across. It is the first time I have seen the 10,000 hours rule broken down into something tangible that you can use at your next practice sessions or the next time you show up to work. And it also ties in quite nicely with the idea of getting 1% better each day. Each practice session should be focused on mastering a tiny skill that makes you slightly better at your craft. Everything is aiming. Great archery masters often teach that everything is aiming. Where you place your feet, how you hold the bow, the way you breathe during the release of the arrows determine all the end result. In the case of Awa Genzo, the master archer was mindful of the process that led to an accurate shot. He was able to replicate the exact series of internal movements even without seeing the external target. This complete awareness of the body mind in relation to the goal is as the Zanshin. Zanshin is a word used commonly throughout the Japanese material arts to refer to the state of relaxed alertness. Literally translated, Zanshin means the mind with no reminder. In other words, the mind completely focused on action and fixated on the task at hand. Zanshin is a base constantly aware of your body, mind, and surroundings without stressing yourself. It's an effortless vigilance. In practice, through Zanshin has an even deeper meaning. Zanshin is choosing to live your life intentionally and acting with a purpose rather than mindlessly falling victim to whatever comes your way. One should approach all activities and situations with the same sincerity, the same intensity, and the same awareness that one has with bow and arrow in hand. Ken Kushner, One Arrow, One Life. Practice is learning, but learning is not a practice. Passive learning is not a form of practice because although you gain a new knowledge, you are not discovering how to apply that knowledge. Active practice, meanwhile, is one of the greatest forms of learning because the mistakes you make while practicing reveal important insights. Practice focuses on energy on the processes. Progress is a natural result of staying focused on the process of doing anything. Thomas Steiner, The Practicing Mind. The state of your life right now is a result of the habits and beliefs that you have been practicing each day. When you realize this and begin to direct your focus towards practicing better habits day in and day out, continual progress will be the logical outcome. It's not the things we learn, not the dreams we envision that determines our results, but rather than habits that we practice each day. Fall in love with boredom and focus your energy on the process, not the product. How to choose the right constraints. Decide what specific skill you want to develop. The more specific the skill, the easier it will be to design good constraint. Design a constraint that requires this specific skill to be used. There are the three main options for designing a constraint: time, resources, and environment. Time. Give yourself less time to complete a task, or set a schedule that forces you to work on a skill more consistently. Resource. Give yourself fewer resources or different resources to do a task. Environment. One simple change in environment can lead to significant result. In my opinion, environmental constraints are best because they impact your behavior without you realizing it. Play the game. Constraints can accelerate skill development, but they aren't a magic pill. You still need to put into your time. The ideal in practice. I am currently experimenting with the different constraints to boost my skills in certain area. Here are few skills I have been working to develop and the constraints I'm placing on myself to make them happy. Writing skill. I want to be a better writer. So I set a schedule where I have to publish a new article every Monday and Thursday. The schedule is my constraint. It doesn't matter how good and how bad the article is. It doesn't matter how long and how short it is. I have to get something out every Monday and Thursday. This forces me to be creative and to do the one thing that good writers do, right? I don't always hit the mark, but I have stuck with this schedule for 2 years and I have written over 2 lakhs words. Storytelling. I have some friends who are amazing storytellers. I have never been great at it, but I would like to get better. The constraint I have placed on myself is scheduling talks without the use of the slide. My last 5 speaking engagements have used no slide or a few basic images. Without text on rely on, I have designed a constraint that forces me to tell better stories so that I don't impress myself in front of the audience. Strength skills. I only often lift 3 days per week. To someone who doesn't work out, this might sound like a lot. However, many strength athletes train 4 to 6 days per week, sometimes twice per day, with restructured training time. I have to be very deliberate with my workouts if I want to make progress. Right now, I am prioritizing foundational strength overall else. I will move on to in-depth technique development once my strength levels are higher. What do you want to become a great at? What skills do you want to develop? Most important, what constraint can you place upon yourself to get there? Naive and purposeful or deliberate practice. Deliberate practice is a method of practicing primarily aimed at rapid, continuous improvement. Its goal is to avoid getting trapped on learning biologies and to keep progressing as effectively as you reasonably can. It can best be understood at first in contrast to the naive practice that most people engage in. Naive practice. Naive practice is what most people are doing most of the time when they are practicing. They are going through the motions, repeating what they normally do with the skill, without being challenged or having a set goal. Purposeful practice, core of Erickson's deliberate practice. Exactly what it says on tin. This is practicing with a purpose. The mission is to improve, and you are practicing for that solo reason. Every time you practice, you are asking the question, how can I do this better? A specific component of the skill is isolated, a component that one is poor, I cannot do. and then targeted for improvement via training activities. There are 4 principles of purposeful practice. You need to establish a reachable specific goal. Vague overall performance targets like succeed or get better, own career. You must be maximally focused on improvement during practice. It must be intense, uninterrupted, and repetitive drilling, not particularly pleasant and highly rewarding. You must receive immediate feedback on your performance. Without it, you cannot figure out what you need to modify, how close you are to achieving your special goal. You must get out of your comfort zone, constantly attempting things that are just out of reach. Take chest drain insection, for example. You isolate one part of the procedure that you know needs improvement, surgical hand ties to goal. Be fast and efficient and single-handed by the end of the training session. Watch a training videos. Focus. Watch a training videos explaining how best perform. The tie a few times. The practice tying knots round using the thought technique multiple times. Feedback. Compare your performance to that on the training video. Ideally get personalized feedback from supervisor. Exit comfort zone. Experiment by performing the technique under time pressure. Give yourself less suture threaded to work with. A hallmark of purposeful practice is that performance level during training tasks is not initially at the desired level. There is a gap by the end of the phase of training. There needs to be something measurable that you have improved. Embracing these principles in training sequences, the trigger of the greatest weapon in the arsenal of the human brain, adaptability. Every training session should be viewed as a challenge to refine and improve. Talent is not enough. Practice is the difference between good and great. While talent certainly helps, there are many examples to draw on of people who work hard to get better at what they do. Spanish violinist Pablo Sarrazin, for example, practiced for 14 hours a day for 37 years and talks about how people now talk about him as a genius. Expert performance is hard work and requires repeated actions. Sustained, repeated practice is needed to get better at what you do. Repeated practice is a required to develop automaticity, helping supported the learning of more cognitive demanding tasks. Learning a concept requires repeated exposure. To encourage long-term shortage, it is important to introduce information gradually through repeated, timed intervals. Thus, when some processes are more automatic, there is more room to focus on the next step or step. Focus, break it into manageable parts. Remember that saying quality and over quantity. Well repeated opportunity to practice skills in short bursts to regular intervals is better than working at something all day with your mind only half focused on the skill. Opportunities to practice in short duration is an effective way to move concepts from working to long-term memory, and taking breaks can help reinvigorate energy levels. It is difficult to sustain concentrated effort for long periods of time. Thus, repeated practice is essential. Goal setting and perseverance is key. Goal setting becomes a powerful motivator when teamed with the practice. Perseverance to continue getting better is important. We like to do things we can master, and as we practice, we get better, setting bigger goals and feeling better about our accomplishments. Motivation is powerful in the classroom. The more success kids see, the more they will want to do, and the better they will get. Devote time to practicing lower order skill under conditions of relative ease with increasing levels of challenges is important and key for continued improvement. Feedback in the moment. Remember that practice makes permanent. What you practice matters. Timely, immediate feedback is important. Knowing that you are doing and why, then providing an opportunity is important. You cannot focus on everything at once, and too much feedback can cause confusion and dishearten member back to learning to drive. The time spent practicing parking over the over is someone giving feedback from the side. Certain was most useful. Common habits of rich and successful people. Beginning of this video, we asked a lot of questions about success secrets of billionaires and successful people. Here is a solution. If you want to become successful in life, then here is a list of habits of successful people that you must follow. Ever wondered what it takes to be a successful person in life? It might be subjective to answer, but there are a few things which we certainly can point out and utilize them in daily lives to become more effective. Apart from skills, intelligence, and opportunities, it is their good habits that makes the difference. When we talk about habits, we know that not all habits are good. The bad habits are basically the negative behavior pattern that keeps you away from accomplishing your dreams, whereas good habits are those that helps you achieve goals. People who are highly successful in life are because they practice some good habits of successful persons regularly which other people don't. So if habits are that successful, then why not we should adopt all these good habits of highly successful people and list ourselves among successful people. Here is a list of more than habits of successful people that are common among them. The vast majority of rich people didn't get there by accident or luck. Accumulating wealth requires hard work, dedication, and most importantly, maintaining a specific set of habits that foster prosperity. As Aristotle said, we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act but a habit. Successful people always seems to have their act together while we are just struggling to get through our day. Are they just lucky, intelligent, born with a silver spoon? No, success is not limited to your race, IQ level, or the size of your bank account. So while there is no proven formula, there is no denying people that we admire share certain traits that helps them to get ahead. Intelligence, talent, and charm are great, but more often than not, these aren't what separate the wealthiest among us from the poorest. Instead, the differences are in our daily habits. Do you realize that these subconscious second nature activities make up 40% of our working hours. That means that 2 hours of every 5 minutes, all day and every day, we operate on autopilot. It's true, habits are neutral pathways stored in the basal ganglia, a golf ball sized mass of tissue right in the center of our brain in the limbic system. This neutral fast land is meant to save the brain energy while a habit is formed and stored in this region. The part of the brain involved in deeper decision making cease to fully participate in the activity. However, we all know there are good habits and bad habits. I bring out lot of greatest thinkers research insights to brainstorm for our success. Thomas C. Corley spent 5 to 10 years of experience, millionaires, and gathering high insights in multiple books, including Change Your Habits, Change Your Life. Corley found that people who become wealthy practice many of the same daily habits, such as reading consistently, exercising, sleeping at least 7 hours a night, and carving out time to think on brainstorm. There is a cause and effect associated with habits. Habits are the cause of wealth, poverty, happiness, sadness, stress, good relationships, bad relationship, good health or bad health. They read consistently. Wealthy people tend to believe in the importance of self improvement and continuing education, and they typically turn to reading to fulfill these needs. Corley states that 86% of wealthy people love reading as opposed to 26% of people. What they read is just as important how much the rich person's reading material of choice is non-fiction. Usually self-improvement, 88% of wealthy people spend at least 30 minutes each day reading on their subject. So number 1, they read consistently. Corley found that they tended to read 3 types of books: biographies of successful people, self help or personal development books, and history books. Number 2, they exercise. 76% of the rich aerobically exercise 30 minutes or more every day. Corley said aerobic exercise includes anything cardio focused, such as running, jogging, walking, or biking. Cardio is not only good for the body but it's good for the brain. He wrote, it grows the neurons, brain cells in the brain. He added exercise also increases the production of glucose. Glucose is a brain fuel. The more fuel you feed your brain, the more it grows and the smarter you become. Number 3, they give value to meditation. Meditation has many physical and mental benefits, like it removes stress, controls anxiety, boosts self awareness, etc. Many people who achieve success in life have discovered uncountable benefits of meditation. They are used to meditate every day because it improves their memory along with offering many others benefits associated to it. Number 4, eat healthily. Wealthy people value their health and structure their eating habits accordingly. Corley found that 57% of the wealthy people count calories every day, as opposed to 5% of poor people. He also found that 70% of rich folks eat fewer than 300 calories of junk food per day, but 97% of poor people eat above that mark. There are many reasons wealthy people watch what they eat, but the most significant could very well be ensure a longer life and therefore an extended opportunity to earn more. There are a lot of ways to eat healthy. I have been using the service of HelloFresh because it helps me stay on track and removes any unwanted temptation. Number 5, they hang out with other successful people. The rich are always on the lookout for individuals who are goal oriented, optimistic, enthusiastic, and who have an overall positive mental outlook. It's equally important to avoid negative people and influences. Said negative, destructive criticism will derail you from pursuing success. The wealthy understand that in order to be successful, you must surround yourself with the successful people. Networking with other rich people or people with the drive and potential to become rich is crucial for your own success. Corley finds that 79% of wealthy people spend at least 5 hours a month networking, whether it's a conference, client event, online webinar, or just over coffee, while only 16% of poor people network consistently. This allows the wealthy to align their mindsets with others who have achieved success. They volunteer to surround themselves with the good people. Many self made millionaires turn to charity. This is why so many wealthy people volunteer for charitable organizations, civic groups, or trade groups. It helps them expand their network of other success minded people. He wrote, one of the millions he studied, 72% volunteered 5 hours or more every month. Charity and philanthropy are hallmarks of the wealthy. Those who are rich and successful tend to be generous with their wealth. Example throughout the history support this. From Nelson Rockefeller and Andrew Carnegie to Carlos Slim and Bill Gates, give back to the community and improving the world is an important characteristic for the wealthy. So, share lot. They practice dream setting. Dream setting involves scripting your ideal future life. In this process, you define your future life. The future you by imagining all your dreams coming true, then you put it to paper in 500 to 1,000 words. In this study, 61% of the self made millionaires reported practicing this planning strategy. So, number 6, share. Number 7, the practice dream setting. Number 8, they pursue their own goals. Set goals for yourself. When setting your goals, you want to make sure that they are SMART. SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and timely. SMART. You want to make your goals as specific as possible, measurable so that you can track your progress and know when you have achieved your goal. You want to make your goals realistic and achievable. Your goal should be relevant to your overall plan in life. And finally, you want your goals to have a time limit where you set an end date to achieve your goal. Perceiving your own dreams and goals creates the greatest long term happiness and results in the greatest accumulation of wealth. While too many people make the mistakes of chasing someone else's dream, such as their parents, rich people, define their own goals and pursue them relentlessly and fascinately. Passion makes works fun. Passion gives you energy, persistence, and focus needed to overcome failure, mistakes, and rejection. Number 9. Write down goals. Setting goals is crucial to achieving wealth, but if it were the only requirement, then nearly everyone would be rich. For the wealthy, setting specific goals and writing them down is a winning habit that works. Successful goals are actionable, and the wealthy are deliberate, dedicated goal setters. In fact, Corley stated that 62% of rich folks focus on their goals every day, as opposed to 6% of poor people, and 67 of the percent of the wealthy put those goals in writing. Number 10, have a primary goal. Wealthy people choose a primary life goal and focus on it with the leisure like precision. Even if it seems outrageous or unattainable, everything they do, every decision they make, an action they take is done with this primary objective in mind. Intense concentration of this nature is what enables the wealthy to accomplish what others only dream about. According to Corley, 80% of wealthy people focus on achieving a single goal compared to only 12% of the poor people. Number 11, keep a daily to do list. In order to achieve an overarching goal, such as attaining wealth, you need to accomplish a number of smaller goals that feed into that main objective. For this reason, the majority of wealthy people create daily to do lists. 81% of them, in fact, compared to 19% of poor people. What is more, Corley find that 67% of wealthy folks actually complete 70% or more of their do-to-do lists every day. Number 12, believe that time is money. In general, wealthy people work hard to achieve their goals. To the exclusion of most other activities, they avoid wasting time on non productive things like social media, and that's because of their belief that time is money and time misspent money is money loss. Instead of considering their weekly, monthly, or neutral annual income, the wealthy focus on how much they should be earning every hour and how much money they want lost by engaging in tasks that don't produce money. This allows them to avoid the time sinks the most non wealthy people engage in on a regular basis. Be frugal. There is a popular saying that you have to spend money to make money. While this is true, most non wealthy people don't take into account the fact that the more money you spend, the less you have. And you spending more than you earn does not result in wealth. Rich people avoid overspending just because they could throw down $500,000 for a brand new car doesn't mean they do. The wealthy invest their time in comparison shopping and negotiation, getting the best deals for the dollars and saving more money than they spend. They develop reasonable budgets with a service like personal capital and stick to them. Number 14. They sleep at least 7 hours a night. Sleep is critical to success. In his study, 89% of self made millionaires reported sleeping 7 or more hours every night. Sleep accomplishes so many things behind the scenes, including memory formation, he said. They get number 15, they get up very early. Nearly 50% of the self made millionaires said they woke up at least 3 hours before their work day actually began. It's a strategy to deal with inevitable daily disruptions, such as meeting that went too long and or to avoid traffic, to pick up their happy children from school. These disruptions have a psychological effect on us. They can drip into our subconscious and even actually form the belief that we have no control over our life. Corley wrote, getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning to tackle the top 3 things you want to accomplish in your day allows you to regain control of your life. It gives you a sense of confidence that you need direct your life. Number 16, they have a multiple resources of income. Self-made billionaires do not rely on one singular source of income. Corley said they develop multiple streams. He said that 3 seemed to be the magic number in my study, adding that 65% had at least 3 streams of income that they created prior to making their first $1,000,000. Example of these additional streams are real estate, rentals, stock market investments, and part owner jobs in side businesses. Number 17, they find and check with it mentors. Finding a mentor puts you on the fast track to wealth accumulation. Success mentors do more than simply influence your life in some positive way. He continued, they regularly and actively participate in your success by teaching you what to do and what not to do. They share with you valuable life lessons they learned either from their own mentors or from the school of hard knocks. Number 18, they help others succeed. Helping other success-minded people move forward in achieving their goal and dreams helps you succeed. Corley wrote, no one realizes success without a team of other people. The best way to create your team is to offer help to other success-minded people first. You don't want to give up to anyone and everyone, Corley said, but focus on helping only those who are perceiving success, are optimistic, goal-oriented, positive, and uplifting. Number 19, practicing active listening. Active listening is an essential skill for wealthy people. Talking less and listening more allows them to understand what other people need. Develop your ability to listen carefully to other people, and you will be able to improve your communication skill and foster relationship, both of which are vital to success. They are positive. Long term success is only possible when you have a positive mental outlook. Positivity was a hallmark of all the self made billionaires. The problem for most people in that they are unaware of their thoughts, positive or negative, he said. If you want to stop, if you to listen to your thoughts, to be aware of them, you you would find most of them are negative, he wrote, but you only realize you are having these negative thoughts when you force yourself to be aware of them. Awareness is the key. Number 20, they don't follow the herd. We so desire to blend in, to accumulate to society, to be a part of the herd, that we will do almost anything to avoid standing out of the crowd. A failure to separate yourself from the herd is why most people never achieve success. Successful people create their own herd and then pull others into it. You want to separate yourself from the herd? Create your own herd and then get others to join it, he wrote. They practice good etiquette. Self number 21, they practice good etiquette. Self made billionaires have mastered certain rules and the etiquette principle you have to master if you want to be a success. Corley wrote, these include sending thank you notes, acknowledging important life events such as wedding or a birthday, eating politely and using table manner and dressing properly from various social events. Number 22, they dedicate 15 to 30 minutes a day to just thinking. Thinking is the key to their success. The rich tend to think in isolation in the mornings and for at least 15 minutes every day. They spend time every day brainstorming with themselves about numerous things. He said, from careers and finances to health and charity. They ask questions such as, what can I do to make more money? Does my job make me happy? Am I exercising enough? What other charities can I get involved in? They seek number 23, they seek feedback. Fear of criticism is the reason we do not seek feedback from others. But feedback is essential to learning what is working and what isn't working. Feedback helps you understand if you are on the right track. Feedback, criticism, good or bad, is a crucial element for learning and growth. Additionally, it allows you to change course and a permanent experiment with a new career or business. Feedback provides you with the information you will need in order to succeed in any venture. 24. They never give up. Self-made millionaires are persistent. They never quit on their dream. They would rather go down with the ship than quit. In his study, more than one-fourth of the participants said they failed at least once in their business and picked themselves right back up. If you want to be successful in life, you have to persist in the face of seemingly unentered adversity. Number 25. Don't check email first thing. If wealthy people get up earlier than others, what are they doing with the extra time? Well, here what they are not doing, checking their email. Many people believe starting the day with the pursuit of the email inbox is productive, but wealthy folks know there are better things to do with that early morning time. Number 26, take long lunches. Any wealthy people take breaks of an hour or more for lunch. This may seem to go against the idea that time is money, but the rich also understand how to work smarter not harder. And taking breaks is an important part of that. A long, relaxing midday lunch allows you to refresh yourself and return to work ready to put in more productive time. Take calculated risks. Wealthy people understand that risks lead to rewards, and as a result, they are more willing to go out on a limb, though they generally take calculated risks, not a reckless one. Furthermore, the rich know exactly what they stand to lose if a risk fails to deliver its reward. They are more likely to have contingency plans in place to minimize potential fallout in the event that things don't go according to plan. 28. Know when to stop working. Hard work is critical for rich folks, but they also understand the importance of personal time for relaxation and self improvement. For this reason, they rarely burn the midnight oil, knowing that if you push yourself to continue working every walking moment, you are only going to end up exhausted, inefficient, unable to produce worthwhile results is essential to success. The wealthy typically walk away from work by 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. and don't return to it until the next morning, according to Ing. Avoid television. Number 29. Avoid television. According to Corley, 67% of rich people watch television for 1 hour or less per day, while only 23% of poor people limit their TV's intake. They also generally avoid reality shows. Only 6% of the wealthy watch them compared to 78% of the non-wealthy. Rich folks simply choose more productive ways to spend their time. Number 30. Avoid gambling. Winning the lottery would make anyone instantly rich. For the most part, though, the wealthy don't believe in luck. Instead, they believe that actions and habits create the opportunity for luck. That's why only 6% of the rich people play the lottery regularly, compared to 77% of the poor people. Wealthy people believe you have to create your own luck through focus and hard work. Control emotions. There is a general assumption that wealthy people can afford to be honest and blunt, but the rich understand that not every thought or emotion should be aired. Good relationships are a crucial foundation for financial success, and speaking to your mind can damage these relationships. Only 6% of the wealthy say what they are thinking regularly compared to 69% of the poor people. Number 32. Listen more and talk less. Effective communication is another critical skill for the wealthy, and listening is an essential part of it. In general, rich people spend 5 minutes listening for each minute they speak. This enables them to truly understand where others are coming from and to facilitate conversations that spur the relationship and foster successes. Number 33. Successful people read or listen to audiobooks and podcasts. Rich and successful people are constantly learning and trying to grow more. They especially get educated about money. The most successful leaders in business and finance read every single day. Warren Buffett reads 500 pages every day. Mark Cuban reads 3 hours a day. and Bill Gates read at least 50 books a day. It's important to note that they don't read for fun. They read to get more educated. Rich people prefer to read non-fiction books and self-improvement books in particular. According to Corley, 88% of wealthy people read for self-improvement versus 2% of poor people who do the same. Finally, wealthy people read every day because they want to continue to learn. They understand learning does not stop once you are done with your formal education. They continue to learn long after college is over, and reading is a key part of their self education. Successful people ask questions. Successful people recognize that they don't know. Number 34. Successful people ask questions. Successful people recognize that they don't know everything and they don't mind asking questions. This is usually in the form of some kind of professional advisor. The rich usually ask for help for anything they don't know. That's why they hire professionals like lawyers, accountants, and financial advisors again. It goes back to the concept of valuing their time. It would cost them too much time trying to figure out all the things that they don't know. So they hire a professionals for guidance. Number 35, rich people take action. Rich people do what needs to be done. They don't wait for permission. They just take action. According to Corley, 81% of rich people do more than their job requires, whereas only 17% of poor people agree. Number 36, rich and successful are team builders. Successful people know their shortcomings and never hesitate to delegate their work to the right person. That's how they grow. Number 37, they chase their goal themselves. Successful people believe in the philosophy of being your own boss because it helps them to get the professional freedom instead of working 9 to 5 chasing other people's dreams. Successful people don't waste their time fulfilling the dreams of others. They make their own goals and hard work to get them because if they spend time living the dream of others, then they cannot achieve what they have planned to achieve in their own lives. Number 38, they set high self standard. As far as self standard is concerned, everyone has the right to choose, but successful people don't compromise on self standard. They set a high self standard because it helps them produce great commitment, momentum, and results which are essential for success. Number 39, they avoid things that waste time. For every successful person, time is money. They are used to spend their time wisely because they know that every day they have a specific amount of time that needs to be spent effectively for being successful. Instead of wasting time scrolling Facebook, watching Netflix, etc., they prefer to utilize time on things that make them more productive. Number 40, they maintain their daily task record. Getting things done on time is important to become successful. That's why most of the successful people have a habit of keeping their activities in a specific journal or software so that they can track their daily achievements. It helps them stay in touch with all their essential tasks that are extremely necessary to get done. Number 41, they start the day with small meaningful tasks. One of the best way to using which successful people handle all their daily tasks is that they categorize them from small to big. When they start their day and get some of the meaningful tasks done, then it provides them extra motivation and increases their self-confidence to handle other other big and complex tasks effortlessly. Number 42, they consider problems as gifts. A lot of people usually give up when they encounter problems because they don't have the capability to deal with these problems. But successful people have a different story. They consider these problems as an opportunity to improve and learn lessons from these troubles to avoid them in the future. Number 43, they take care of their health. Successful people believe that a healthy body makes a healthy mind. They know that they cannot sacrifice their health by eating unhealthy food because it keeps them away from the road of success. They eat a well balanced diet so that they can remain fit and energetic and accomplish whatever they want. They take number 44, they take instant actions. Planning things and setting priorities is great, but they become useless if you don't take an opportunity to appropriate action at the right time or come up with a reason for not acting in accordance to the situation. Successful people don't take too much time making decisions as compared to other people because they know that is the one key element that helps towards your success. Number 45, they show positive attitude. Positive attitude not only helps to enhance the trust in your capabilities but also ensure that you achieve your goals successfully. According to successful people, positive attitude is the main cause of their success because it gives them enough strength to overcome difficult situations and not to give up. They are people oriented. They are people, number 46, they are people oriented. Good relationship with other people matter a lot to the successful people because they know that real happiness in life comes with how well you behave with others. They work a lot in increasing patience, compassion, and kindness because they understand that it will make them a wonderful human being, which is important for success. Number 47, they accept failure and start again. Successful people never live in the past because they have a different mindset. They try new things, make mistakes, and learn from them. This attitude is something which is not common among other people because they have a lot of fear of failure which keeps them away from experimenting with new things. Number 48, they create an ideal daily routine. Having a perfect daily routine is necessary for a successful life because it is not only about creating an ideal morning plan and forget about the entire day. Successful people give importance to create an impeccable routine for the entire 24 hours by fixing their time slots and accommodating fixing time to all the tasks based on priorities. Number 49, they stick to their routines. Creating successful daily routines is not enough if you don't follow. Highly successful people not only invest time in creating these routines but also gives equal importance when it comes to following these routines. They know that these routines will not only structure their lives but also save their time and make them more efficient. Number 50, they like to take risks. In order to achieve extraordinary thing in your life, it's necessary to take calculated risks because if you are too scared to try new things out, then accomplishing great things in life can just be a dream for you. Successful people never fear taking risks because they know that it will make their life more rewarding by providing them with various opportunities. Number 51, they pay attention to details. Paying attention to details can make things so much better in terms of accuracy, time, and quality. Many people ignore to pay attention to details which cost them time and money, but successful people are tend to pay the due attention to this quality because they don't want to repeat a single task again and again and waste their time, valuable time and money. Number 52, they show confidence in their abilities. Confidence is essential for having a positive mental attitude. It not only helps to improve your performance but also enables you to feel more relaxed in social settings. Successful people believe in their abilities ways before they get success. This level of confidence helps them get bigger targets in life with ease. Number 53, they manage their emotions smartly. Mental strength plays a major role in self improvement because it helps you to transform the challenges into opportunities so that you can enjoy great satisfaction in life. Successful people are mentally strong. They clearly know what influence their emotions have on their behavior and thoughts the entire day. Number 54, they are good communicators. Excellent communication skill is undoubtedly a major skill if you want to get listed in the list of highly successful people. It not only helps you to understand the perspective of others but also enables you to be understood easily. Highly successful people are very well aware of the benefits of having great communication skill. They work on this skill continuously to get better with time. Number 55, they practice self-control. Self-control has the power to improve your focus and decision-making capability. It has a huge impact on success, which success people know very well. Most of them try to spend limited time on the things that are tempting but do not contribute positively to their success. It's because it makes the entire process of self-control stress-free for them. Number 56, the value solitude. Solitude brings you the opportunity to discover yourself because it creates an atmosphere of deep thinking. Successful people like to spend some time in solace because they know that it will provide them the possible way to work through their problem and increase the productivity at work. Number 57, they are conscientious. Being conscientious can bring many positive changes in your life. It helps to get more satisfaction at work. and allows you to take care of your health to live better life. Successful people like to be conscious because it enables them to set and achieve goals while facing every hardest obstacle of life. Number 58, they keep balance in life. Having a well balanced life is necessary for your health and well being in this modern world. It not only improves your mood but also helps to reduce stress. Successful people keep a perfect balance between work and life because they know that it's necessary to take some time out from their busy life and get back with more power and energy. They deprioritize all useless opportunities. Number 59, they deprioritize all useless opportunities. When you create your goals, there are many tasks that don't add a lot to your main goal. The best to deal with them is to deprioritize from your list, which successful people do because they know consuming time on unnecessary tasks will keep them away from attaining their goals. They always look for solution. Many people have a habit of making arguments and finding unnecessary reasons if they are unable to get what they want to achieve. But the story is different with successful people. To the problem, even if it looks impossible to others. Number 60, they always look for solution. Number 61, they don't play the blame game. It's easy to blame others for all the problems. Instead of taking responsibilities for the outcomes, successful people don't involve in the blame game because they know that it's simply a waste of time. Rather than blaming others, they accept their mistakes and learn lessons from them to avoid them repeating next time to their life. Number 62, they appreciate continuous learning. Continuous learning is an excellent approach to discover new ways of dealing with things. It helps to prepare you for all the unexpected changes in your life by acquiring new skills. Successful people believe that learning is all about growing. That's why they spend sufficient time learning new things to become more productive. Number 63, they face bad day with courage. It's not possible to score successful every single day. Sometimes you hit your targets and sometimes you miss them. How to take these missed targets matter the most because it is the attitude that can help you take over massive hurdles. Successful people don't stop everything on the basis of a bad day. They believe that it's a part of life and start things with more energy and motivation from the day. Number 64, they accept challenges. Challenges are the part of everyone's life, but overcoming them normal in the life of successful person because they know that things never remain the same as they planned, but because they accept challenges. That's why they have all the courage to deal with unexpected situation and achieve unexpected things which other people cannot achieve. Number 65, they like to live outside comfort zones. Many people love to live inside their comfort zone, which let them miss so many opportunities in life. But successful people don't prefer to live inside the comfort zone. They challenge themselves so that they can reach the peak performance of and deliver the best. Number 66, they know money is not everything. Some people believe that success is all about money. They put all their effort into finding ways to become rich, believing that it will make them a highly successful person in life. But successful people know that only getting rich is not a success, because there are many other things that contribute to a successful life. Number 67, they avoid laziness. Laziness reduces productivity. That's why successful people never get lazy and do the best to finish things on time and even before time. But that doesn't mean that they don't take any relaxation in life. They enjoy time with their friends and family, but remain active and work smartly when required. They give importance to feedback. Feedback can number 68. They give feedback importance to feedback. Feedback can be positive or negative, but how one reacts to them define their potential for success. Successful people are open to constructive criticism because they believe that it provides them with an opportunity to improve in their life, rather than people who react quite negatively to the feedbacks. Number 69, they don't look for shortcuts. Many people look for a quick fix of success, which is not the right way, because success doesn't come from overnight. It needs smart work and patience, and let the success knock your door. Successful people don't search for shortcuts. They put all the efforts and hard work that is required to make them successful. They start with the end in mind. Successful people never create goals without keeping the end in mind, because they believe that that is necessary to keep the bigger picture in mind while creating goals. It provides them a clear vision regarding their destination so that they can work toward them in more motivation. They practice what they say. Many people have a habit of delivering remarkable speeches in front of other people, but they don't even follow themselves what they say. But successful people don't behave like that, because they become a role model by actively doing the right things, which they promote among other people. Number 71, they practice what they say. Number 72, they maximize their strength. One big reason that makes a person successful from others is by maximizing his strength. Instead of utilizing time on too many things, they concentrate on the things in which they are good at, because they know that it will help them achieve success more smoothly. Number 73, they visualize success. Visualization gives a person the power and courage to tackle daunting tasks, as it triggers the hormones that make the process of attaining goals easier. Successful people visualize success long before getting it. It increases positive thoughts in them and helps them optimize their performance to the top. Number 73, they visualize success. Number 74, they don't wait for the right time. A lot of people have a habit of waiting for the right time to act, which is simply a lame excuse, because it is never a perfect time. Successful people know it's very well. That's why they don't wait too much and take the bold step of doing things rather than waiting for the performance. Number 75, they make their own luck. There is a common concept of good luck and bad luck among people. When things go to their favor, they consider it their good luck. When things go against them, they consider it their bad luck. Successful people don't believe in the concept of good luck and bad luck. They create their luck by putting all their hard work. Number 76, they show more humility. Humility is one thing which is quite common around successful people. They accept their mistakes easily and happily because they have the courage to correct them without making arguments. They don't have issues learning from others because they believe that it helps them to become more successful in life. Number 77, they never complain. When things go out of hand, people normally start complaining instead of finding the solution. Successful people know that complaining is all about wasting their time and energy. Rather than wasting time and complaining, the work on getting the solution to the problem. Number 78, wear the best smile. 62% of rich people flows every day compared to only 16% of the poor people. The smile is one of the first things that we notice in a person. It can spoil your whole image if you have a bad breath and yellow teeth. Number 79, don't rush. Success takes time. You cannot be an overnight success. It can take you years to become a billionaire, so be patient and celebrate small success on the way. Number 80, don't retire. While the wealthy may have extensive saving and vast retirement portfolios, they generally have no intention of retiring, or at least not as early as others. According to Global, the average retirement age for Americans is 61, but the majority of the wealthy people don't plan to retire until at least 70. Not because they have to keep working, because they have want to do. The longer you continue work, the more money you can make. The drive to stay healthy is connected to this goal. Rich people often choose not to retire, and since the majority enjoy what they do, the idea of continuing to work is both welcome and comforting. Let's come to the conclusion. Well, often going through all these habits, one thing is quite clear about success is that it's not a family heritage or something that entirely depends upon good luck of a person. It is something that can be achieved if we adopt the right habits. So start implementing these successful people habits from today and take the first step towards a successful life. Money doesn't solve every problem, but it's often sign of passion, capacity, and drive in those who have acquired it. Try incorporating these strategies into your daily living and working routines and put yourself in a position to increase your own riches both in money and life. These habits don't come from one's DNA. They can be adopted by anyone and used to achieve massive success and wealth. There are a lot of people in the world who believe that they think accurately, but the majority of them don't think at all. They just think that they think. Aristotle said, "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence then is not an act but a habit. High performing, successful people have very clear self ideals. They have clear ideas of what they like, respect, and admire. They have clear ideas about the virtues, values, and attributes of the superior men and women that they want to emulate. The most successful people have an uplifting, inspiring vision of what a truly excellent person looks like and how he or she behaves. Supercharge your personality. The higher your self esteem, the faster and easier it is for you to develop the $1,000,000 habits that enable you to accomplish extraordinary things with your life. Since everything you do on the outside is controlled by your subconscious mind, by your current programming, as you change your self concept, you change your reality. Your self concept is the seat of the laws of belief, acceptation, attraction, and correspondence. Your self concept determines what you think about. Most of the time, your self concept contains the roots of learned helplessness. Your self concept represents your comfort zone. Your main goal is to take complete control over the evaluation and development of your self concept and shape your personality and your character into becoming an extraordinary person who can accomplish remarkable things. Your subconscious mind accepts any thought, plan, or goal created by the conscious mind and then organizes your thoughts and behaviors to bring that goal into reality. Whatever your thoughts or goals, you repeat it over and over again in your conscious mind or even actually accepted by your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind then goes to work 24 hours a day to coordinate your thoughts, words, and actions to bring those goals into your life. Dream big. Visualize, imagine, and create an exciting picture of personal wealth and prosperity. Develop a clear sense of direction. Learn a powerful, proven goal setting exercise that can change your life. Set yourself as self employed. Take complete control of your career and your financial life. Do what you love to do. Identify the ideal work of you and then get paid well for doing it. Commit to excellence. Move into the top 100% in your field and be paid more than ever before. Work longer and harder. Organize your time so you get more done and contribute more value. Dedicate yourself to lifelong learning. Learning continually upgrade your talents and abilities to learn more money, earn more money. Pay yourself first. The most powerful process of wealth accumulation ever discovered and how can use it. Learn every detail of the business. Become an expert in your chosen field and double your income. Dedicate yourself to serving others. The starting point of all personal fortunes and how you begin. Be absolutely honest with yourself and others. Personal integrity goes hand in hand without financial success. Set priorities and concentrate single-mindedly. Focus on your most important tasks all day one. All day long. Develop a reputation for speed and dependability. Give yourself the winning edge in everything you do. Be prepared to climb from peak to peak. Recognize the cycles and trends that can make you rich. Practice self-discipline in all things. Develop the most important quality for financial success. Unlock your inborn creativity. learn how to solve any problem, overcome any obstacle, achieve any goal. Get around the right people. Surround yourself with the winners at each stage of your times. Take excellent care of your physical health. Develop and maintain high levels of energy and fitness. Be decisive and action oriented. Identify the most important action steps you can take immediately. Never allow failure to be an option. Overcome the fear that hold most people back. Prevent failure. Pass the persistent test. Bounce back from defeat and never, ever, never give up. So let's conclude the right mindset and very good deliberate habit practices makes us high performing, successful man. Becoming a person of value. Thoughts leads on to purposes. Purposes go forth in action. Action from habits. Habits decide characteristics, and character fixes our destiny. Almost everything you are, you will be determined by your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. Fully 95% of everything you think, feel, and do will be determined by your habits. The key to becoming a great person and living a great life is for you to develop the habits of success that lead inevitably to your achieving everything that is possible for you. Wish you good luck.